Hi, Zeus here. I won my season 40 gold tier boss battle and I wanted to show you what advanced combat at 3 engines looks like. And then also earlier when I was on the US leaderboard, some of the earlier 3 engine combat techniques. So I'm on a 3 times win streak and I'm trying to win my gold tier boss battle. Let's see if I can pull it off. So this is kind of a typical base design. You've got 2 shock launchers that can reach all the way into the landing area. So you got to be really careful about how you land your troops and in what way. And then you got to be able to put down a shock on the shock launcher on the right side, so at least you can get your troops deployed. And the key is to get the mech in front of the troops, and then it starts shocking all the defenses so that the defenses aren't actually doing damage to your troops. Now, the way that this base is designed, my troops can flow from the far right corner all the way across the base and distribute themselves relatively equally. And that's really good news because I can get to the back really fast. But the way this guy's designed his base, he's got some major vulnerability to critters on the 2 back engines, and I'm going to try to take advantage of that. And I waited until my bombardiers are taking out that rocket launcher, which protects the 2 back engines. And then once I have the 2 machine guns down, I'm going to critter the heck out of that second engine and hope that the massive critters can then take out the other engine before my troops need to come back to the back. So it seems like the strategy is working pretty well, and my bombardiers are taking down that cannon that was protecting the engine, and everything goes down. So 232, pretty good time. Let's see how my opponent is doing. Oh my gosh. 232 also. He had a great time on my base. So it looks like we had a draw, which is kind of a bummer. So I will have to go again and see if I can win again. Now before I tack again, try to win my gold tier, let's show the battle of my opponent just now attacking my own base. Now he's using a different strategy of having Shockeneers in front of his troops and not mechs. And the idea behind the Shockeneers is that they can be helpful in clearing mines, and you don't have to use as much energy on mine clearing with critters, etc., especially if you don't even have critters. The problem with the Shockeneers is that they just don't do any damage, whereas the mechs actually do some damage. And I really like the hero ability that I'm using, which is the explosive charges, which actually can accelerate the destruction of the defenses and save you a bunch of time. All right, let's go again. Let's see if I can win my gold tier boss battle, Mark II. So this guy's got only 1 shock launcher near the beach, but he's got a Simo tucked on the right side. So I'm going to have to shock the Simo when I get my troops down, or else I'm going to start losing bombardiers to him. And I'm going to have a 3rd mech in this mix here too. And my idea is to take out the front, starting from the far right, throw down the shock, and then as I clear out the defenses going to the left, I'm going to send 1 mech and 1 group of bombardiers to the far back, and hopefully they can get there and clear that out fast enough to get away. The other thing about using 3 mechs strategy is that you're more likely to have bombardiers survive to the end. It's a little riskier doing the 2 mech strategy, but if you can get away with 2 mechs, having 6 boats of bombardiers is going to be faster. But in this case, with the rocket launchers in the far back, there's no way to critter those bases down, the engines down. I'm going to have to use a 3-mech strategy with bombardiers coming out. You'll notice the rocket launcher on the far right is starting to hurt my troops. And I'm hoping now that I've got my mech down that they're going to get distracted, and now they're distracted, so that's good. All right, so clearing out the final defenses in the back of this base. Everything's going pretty well. Throwing out shocks so they don't take out any more bombardiers shooting over the mechs. And that shock launcher is really kind of out of the game. And I'm going to throw down explosive charge to take it down faster. And my opponent's done, and my time is 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Not a great time, but on that kind of a base, it's going to take longer. Oh, look at that. I won. Awesome. So he had trouble. Oh, and he had a superior tech too. I get 16 plus 16. So he had trouble with my base. Let's see where he ran into trouble. So right on the get-go, he got shocked by my shock launcher on the far right. And he's holding back one boat of probably a mech and one boat of bombardiers to go to the left. But first of all, he's going to use Shockeners to go to the left. Now, that's a bit dangerous because you got that Simo there. The Simo is actually going to shoot past the Shockeners to get at the bombardiers. And it's also going to take down the Shockeners if you don't shock it continuously. So, kind of a dangerous strategy. Look, his entire right side is now gone because of this combination of the Simo, rocket launchers, sniper tower, shock launcher. So basically, he had a lot of trouble with the left side of my base. So that's good enough for a win, and I get my gold tier chest, and I'm now in gold tier, which is awesome. All right, next I want to show you the tech tree that I'm using. And I've not upgraded the gunboat all the way. I've not upgraded grenadiers above level 1, Shockeneer above level 1. I've not opened the cannons. I've not opened the shock mines. Trying to get faster along the path. And that defensive node, I've only done the Everspark to level 1, which might benefit if I upgraded that to have a heavier explosive charge with more damage. The rocket launchers need to be upgraded further, as does the shock launcher. I've not upgraded the mech past level 1. There's only a minor benefit upgrading the mech further, and I really want to upgrade the gunboat energy more because really the shocks are critical to suppressing the rocket launchers. And after when you get into 4 engines, rocket choppers are going to be the meta. All right, now I want to go back in time to the first day of the season, and I just won my level 14 boss battle. I'm on the U.S. leaderboard. At this point, I was number 304 on the U.S. leaderboard. I got even higher than that at a different point. I was also number 1 in my task force. And I want to show you some of the combat earlier on that I was engaged in when the bases are less dirty, right? And there's fewer defenses, and show you how I'm doing things. Now, the explosive charge is really important at this point to accelerate your attacks. And almost all the bases have defenses on the left that you have to get at by sending in 2 boats on a delayed basis. So in this attack, I'm not using mechs or Shockeneers or anything like that. Just Everspark with 8 bombardiers, and the times, of course, are much faster. Now I'm using critters to clear the mines when they're in the way. As soon as I can get my troops headed to the left, I put them down and then throwing shocks to suppress the rocket launcher up there. And you can cut through these less intensively defended bases a lot quicker if you use this technique. So one key point about the explosive charges is also that you have to use it on defenses that are surrounded by a lot of mines. So, 2 minutes, 43 seconds. This one I did in 3 minutes and 14 seconds. It was against a 2-engine guy that somehow got into my attack. Here's one, 3 minutes and 1 second. So, again, the mines can be taken down by critters. And the key, of course, is good placement, Look, with one box of critters, I'm getting every single mine. And, because my troops are going directly at the left engine and then now the right, the far left engine, the time is super fast. So this was the tech tree that I was using earlier on. I had not yet opened up shock and air. That was a bit of a mistake on my part. I don't know that shock and air is going to be all that useful, to be honest. And I was in a lucky position that I was able to get to Bombardier at the beginning of the season. From the very first attack that I had max level Bombardiers, because I finished last season pretty high level. At this point, I did not have the troop health node open or the shock launcher. Wasn't using mechs yet because it really wasn't necessary, because the bases weren't as intensively defended. Also didn't have the Simo at that point. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. We've got over 150 other Boom Beach videos on our channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thanks, as always, to Hercules for help with the video editing.